come try to. You wanna impeach him? I guess that's what you do when you can't beat him. That need to dead that. And I'm coming through your hood in my red hat. And they say they looking for me, I say where? Cause it seem like they all high like some scared cats. You can tell the deep state that I said that. Cannons always on my shirt. They go to trigger when I wear that. I exposed on the face, now who next? I was back. Person do not tolerate no disrespect. We went to the White House, they said we got a check. But this truth might make you upset. Donald Trump is your president.
Yeah.
Keep that energy you had with Barack. Cause you know this Trump train don't stop. Tell Beto to please come try to take my block. You wanna impeach him? I guess that's what you do when you can't beat him. That need to dead that. And I'm coming through your hood in my red hat.
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to the Hub 5 International Church, where Jesus is Lord. And this is the prophetic news. But you know, it is facts. We got facts on there too, right? So we had a great Christmas party.
We did.
Yeah. It was
So much
funny.
fun.
I think they like the trivia more than anything. But I'm just glad that everybody's good. No food poisoning, nothing. Everything's good. Anyways, the beginnings of revival. Bible sales are reportedly soaring with first-time buyers and new versions in the UK Parliament. In the UK. So, you know what? There's awakenings happening everywhere. People are starting to awaken to, you've got people passing laws in Tennessee to stop, transgenderism, which is a big thing. Yes, amen. And then you've got people like, I forget where it was, but they were putting school or prayer back in school.
Oh yeah.
And also another group of people were in the United States were putting back into schools a club that meets after school for Christians.
Fish Club.
Yeah, what is it called?
It was Fish Club, at least. When
Yeah,
I was in high
okay.
school.
And so, there's revival breaking out. People are producing and doing things that they're supposed to be doing. So, and when you say a revival means refreshing.
Yes.
It's refreshing to have God back into the school,
Yes.
God back into the culture, right? But go ahead.
UK Parliament votes in favor of bill allowing doctors to kill their patients.
Yeah. So euthanasia, humane euthanasia.
So they're gonna be Dr. Kevorkians.
Right. And we need to leave that up to God.
Yeah.
Because I agree. I mean, I worked hospice for 2 years in ministry, and you really see a lot of people in pain. And it's so hard for loved ones. It's extremely hard. But yet, then again, we are not God.
That's right.
And we're going to talk about this. You can join us at 10:15 for the message. Do you have a fourth man in your fire? Because sometimes the path we have to take, everybody's we get in this religious place where they're not very Christian.
Yeah.
Why are they going through this? You know what? We need to stop judging. And sometimes the path is God's path. He does not give pain. He does not give disease or sickness. But he'll use that to bring beauty out of the ashes for his glory.
Yes.
God is a purposeful God. You can almost say he's a great recycler.
Amen.
Right?
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
He's a great recycler. Because he recycles everything. Mm-hmm. He redeems it. Yep. He recycles it. So anyways, go ahead.
Trump's FBI director nominee, Kash Patel, pledged to restore integrity, accountability, and equal justice to our justice system. In his statement Saturday night after he was tapped to lead the FBI under President Trump.
Yeah, I mean, this glare. Today is really bad. There's a lot of glare on this machine.
I think this is a good choice, Kash Patel.
Yes. I think he's a very good choice, and he will bring equality back into the federal agencies. let's just say all of them, I believe. And he's going to bring that integrity back and not underhandedly under the table, doing things
Yeah.
like not guarding the president,
Uh,
not addressing a sniper that's laid out on a roof or carried a big rifle up the ladder.
yeah.
I think he's going to be addressing all of that, and I think that's a good thing. You can read the second one.
Biden announcement on Sunday that he had pardoned Hunter was awaiting sentencing on tax evasion and gun charges. Today, I signed a pardon for my son Hunter, the president said in a statement. It is a full and unconditional pardon. It also pardons Hunter for any crimes he may have committed from January 1st, 2014 through December 2024. Crucial years in prosecutors' investigation into the foreign lobbying and tax evasion. Hunter Biden was convicted by a jury in June of illegally buying and possessing a gun. As a drug user, after a gut-wrenching trial that delved into his drug abuse and family dysfunction, he then pleaded guilty in September to 9 tax offenses, stemming from $1.4 million in taxes that he didn't pay while spending lavishly on escorts, strippers, cars, and drugs.
Now, they've covered like some of the political part of it, and of course, Biden feels like he's been done injusticely, right?
Yeah.
But they did not even get into, and we're going to get into that not heavily, but his involvement with China, his
Mhm.
involvement with Ukraine, and his involvement in that laptop scandal.
Yeah.
But here's what I see. When a president's leaving, he has the right to pardon. And here's what I know. What I think is they're setting this all up because I think Biden went in there and said, listen, if you pardon my son, I'll pardon whoever you want, my little puppet masketeers. Masketeers.
Mhm.
Is that a word?
They're puppeteers.
Puppeteers. So the little master puppeteers. He says, I'll do whatever you want. So I think he's saying, okay, let's give a pardon to Soros, Gates, all these people that have illegally performed things under the government. And then we'll let you pardon your son.
Well, you know why he's doing this whole blanket. I believe that it's because they're so afraid when Trump gets in office, he's gonna be on
He's going to arrest him.
he's gonna be on a vindictive whirlwind with all of these people that Trump knows are doing
Right.
illegal things. So I was when I read that and saw it, I was like, oh well. Before I just thought to myself immediately, this man is getting his son out of the fire because this is his last act as president, and he's like, I don't care what people think, I don't care what they say. I'm about to save my son because he's going to be in prison.
But it's a deal. It's a deal because they want him to pardon all these other people.
Of course.
So Trump, he's a businessman, right? So he's throwing the hat in there. Well, some of his constituents are like saying, well, then you should pardon Trump.
You should pardon Trump. You should pardon all
Right.
the people that they arrested during that riot in January.
Right.
It's a lot of people that he needs to
Well,
pardon.
when Trump gets into office,
I believe
he can pardon
Yeah.
people. So further in the news, he said that he was going to pardon the people that did the so-called riot or
Mhm.
bombardment on the White House, but he can do that, but he can't pardon himself.
Of course. No.
So they're trying to being the businessman that he is, he's like, you know what? They're underhanded anyway. They're gonna pardon these people anyway. I might as well get in this mix.
Yeah, why not?
Right?
Why not?
And for me, if you were elected, the president of the United States of
That should be
America,
an automatic pardon.
right? And it should be an automatic from all his charges.
The people have spoken.
I mean, here, Trump, they can't prove anything. He didn't do anything. They can't even find. They raided his house. They couldn't find anything. No illegal documents or taking of the illegal documents. And here we have Hunter Biden, that's a drug addict.
And all the evidence is right there in your face.
Right, and he's known to be he's a crack dealer too, and you know he has an addiction. He's been to recovery,
Yeah.
rehab, and it didn't work unfortunately. So Jesus get a hold of him because he
Amen.
needs to deliver him from all those things. But at the same token, guess what? You know they're letting him go.
Yes. 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 And one person said on a comment, they said, "Well, why did they should have pardoned Wesley Snipes
Well, why not?
because he was for tax evasion.
Why
and he was
not?
put in prison for 3 years."
Why not? They've done. They're doing everybody else.
Yeah.
Why not? So yesterday, in issuing a 10-year pardon to Hunter Biden, which covers any and all crimes, whether charged or uncharged, like the laptop, they state that isn't true. And interestingly, in this time frame that they're giving a pardon to, covers his entire tenure on the board of Ukrainian gas company called Burisma, and much of his overseas works, including China. And he faced scrutiny for his conversational foreign business dealings. And Trump has repeatedly said that he should be prosecuted for his activities in Ukraine and elsewhere. Now, a while ago, we talked about Ukraine. There were labs set up in Ukraine under Hunter Biden. And they were labs that were producing viruses. Like they said it was like the antidote, like a vaccine, but actually it was cultivating more viruses. And as we all know, too, they were funding that war.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then in China, you know, same thing happened in China. We found the origin of COVID, the Fauci in the lab, and now we have Hunter that kind of took that place. Now, the laptop, according to the FBI, it was the most downloaded quantity of child pornography they'd ever seen. But now all of a sudden, guess what? They can't find the laptop.
Yeah.
And you know it's been destroyed. Not to mention, Ashley, the diary of the sister that you know proclaimed that there were inappropriate relationships with her dad, Biden. So you know, family secrets, but also this obviously this is a criminal.
Yeah.
This is a criminal. Not just in a legal sense, but it's a criminal against America. Right?
And to do that, I mean, I get why he did it, but that's definitely not justice.
No.
And I don't think he should have pardoned him because he kept saying that he was not going to pardon him. You know, and then he turned around and did it because his son, this is one of his last acts. I just think that he should have he could have pardoned him for some things, but you do a whole blanket 10-year pardon, 11-year
There's
pardon.
a reason for that.
You know it is.
He's hiding all
It's
the
like
sins.
you make it so obvious now.
Yeah. It's like, you know, oh no, Noah's naked. Let's go throw clothes on him.
Yeah.
You know, because he's drunk and naked.
Right.
You know, let me, you know, so it's the same kind of concept, but you know, I get it. But you know, I would think you would come with a condition.
It would
Like,
have to be.
I will pardon under these strict conditions that he goes to rehab, that he goes to counseling.
You have to stay in the United States.
Right.
No going out of
No
the country.
diplomatic
Anyway.
ambassadorship anywhere. You know, which he's going to lose that anyway because, you know, Biden and they don't like him anyways because the Democrats are just as upset with it
Oh, yeah,
as the
I saw that,
Republicans.
yeah.
So, anyways, go ahead.
Trump's aides against Qatar to recall ousted Hamas chiefs in bids to revive hostage talks. Trump's aides made it clear to Qatar that they want the hostage crisis off their plate by January 20th.
Trump wants this war done.
Yeah.
He wants the Israeli hostages returned home safely. And you know, that's something if you believe in Jesus Christ, you need to pray.
Amen.
You need to pray for these hostages to be released. You need to pray for Israel, Bethlehem, and Jerusalem. You need to pray because, you know, those that bless Israel are blessed. Those that curse are cursed. And we want to, bless Israel because that's where everything's going to start happening in the end times. And the heifer's ready and all that's ready to go. And we just need to be ready to go as well. But we need to pray. But I do agree, like everybody in the Middle East is involved in this hostage situation. Even Qatar. Even what's that really rich country over there? No, it's in the Middle East. I don't know why I can't think of it. They have all the oil. I know Qatar's really wealthy. I can't think of the other one, but anyways, they're all involved. Turkey's involved. They're asking Turkey to not stir up the tensions in Syria. It's all a war zone over there. Turkey's been warned. But anyway, Trump wants it done now. He wants it done now. He wants it taken care of. Anything else, Gina? Do you have anything that you want to share? One thing I want to share, it's going to ruffle feathers, but what the heck? What the heck? Chris Reed, who is the former prophet of Rick Joyner, Morning Star. Love Rick Joyner. God bless him. Man, he's been through the fire. Let me tell you. But he has recently left, Morning Star because they asked him to leave. And, he was wondering, well, I'm leaving because I committed an indecent act with a youth girl in youth where I did youth ministry and made out with her and all this. And he's a man. I think he's got 6 children and he's married. And now he's opening a new church. And he couldn't understand why Rick Joyner wouldn't keep selling his books at Morning Star. And you've created adultery.
That's not a small thing.
That's not a small thing. Now, don't get me wrong. There's forgiveness. There is forgiveness, but there's also something called restoration. Anybody who's in ministry, or even if you're not in ministry, you need to be restored when something like that has happened to you or you've been the person that's done it. And there has to be like a restoration period before you release someone back into ministry. So guess what? He's opening a big old church. I think he's already got like 300 members. People. Forgive him. That's great. You should forgive him if he's sorry. I mean, I haven't heard a public apology. I've seen it written, but I've never heard a public apology.
The
Media. Right.
He's just doing what he's doing. But people that attend his church, to me, it's like, okay, so you know what your church's foundation is, right?
Right.
Why would you want to be somewhere like that? That's like the foundation that's set, the premise for what's going to happen as this church grows and this ministry grows. It's not good.
No.
It's not good at all.
And it's just that's the problem with the church structure is if you've been given a responsibility to run a church, be in ministry, be an elder, be in any kind of leadership, read Ephesians.
Yes.
You are to walk into integrity. And okay, everybody's human, they fail, they have a problem, but adultery?
Yeah. With a child?
With 6 children. Anyways, we are to judge what's right and wrong because that's in the Bible. Adultery is in the Bible. But here's the thing. He is not ready to start a church. And
isn't right.
Right. And I don't know about you, but if I had a young daughter, would you want her in youth group with him? Or around him?
She wouldn't be at that church.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a real thing.
These people that probably don't even, I can probably guess about a lot of those people don't even know what's going on, what happened.
Right.
They have no idea that
Possibly.
his history, what the history, and not a far off history, his recent history,
right,
of why he even left Morning Star, any of that. Right. They probably don't even know. They just know the name, know him, familiar with him, and it's a church, so we're gonna go there. But people have to do their research on these places that they go to connect with God. You got to know who's shepherding your soul.
Right. Who's shepherd? Who's in charge of your soul? And more than that, you know, yeah, do your research. But more than that, where's your discernment?
Yeah.
You know, discernment comes from reading the Word of God. So you need some discernment. And where's that discernment to say something's all right? Because remember, I told you, like, he was like, I kept looking at his picture. I said, something's not right with him.
Yes.
I kept saying, something is not right with this dude. And it's not that I didn't read his words that he released, because he says he's a prophet, and he released the words, but I said, something's not right with him.
I remember.
Something's just not right with him. And, you know, fine, get restored, get made whole,
And that takes time.
and that takes time. And it doesn't happen like, well, it's not even been a year. No, not even been a year.
It's like he immediately went and opened his own church after this all came out. Like a couple months later,
Right.
he started his own church, and it's like, dude.
And he's not the only one.
No.
I mean, we could go on with a list, but I won't. Because some of
It's
the
a whole
people in
list.
that list will really upset people
There's a
because
whole list. It's like
it's their
Diddy's list.
gods.
It's Diddy's list.
It's
the Christian
P. Diddy.
world.
But they would be upset because it's their gods.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's been some prominent preachers that have committed adultery or acts of homosexuality, and they, you know, immediately went right back in to the forefront.
Didn't hiccup, nothing. Just okay.
Even Todd Bentley, he was caught several times.
Yeah.
And recently in Acts, and all his people came out and showed footage and videotapes on the phone and everything. Guess what? He's in full-blown ministry over in Africa. God bless Africa. I pray for discernment in Africa. You know, I wouldn't let that man lay hands on me. And I'll tell you why. I had a guy that came in here, and we did deliverance on him for certain things, and he got delivered. And then he went to another church, he said, and I hadn't seen him in like a couple months. He went to another church, and people laid hands on him at the other church, and he said it all came back with a vengeance. And then he came back to me for more deliverance, and I said, you know what? You need to be careful who lays hands on you.
That's right.
Because whoever did, whether it was 1, 2, or 3 or more, they were tainted, and they released that upon you because they're opera or the season of the Savior's birth, and I forever will rejoice in that.
Absolutely.
A king was born, a warrior was born,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Anything else?
Merry Christmas and shalom. Peace to all, and to all a good night.
God bless us all. Love you.